Hi, this is Phaedra from Anmol Network, and this is 26 Questions with Phaedra.
Guys, you have an amazing opportunity to knock off 20% off your trading fees with MEXC.com. Whether you are a regular trader or an occasional user, this is a great way to save some extra cash. So make sure you redeem that opportunity by following the link in the description box. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. We have Phaedra today from Anmol Network, and I would like to welcome her to the show right now. How are you, Phaedra?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mark?
Awesome, thank you for asking. So, the first multi-chain Web3 toolkit, craft your own unique digital assets, tradable across a wide range of blockchains, all without knowing a single line of code. So, the questions from the community have piled up. They're eager to ask you what's up, what's going on with the project. If you can give a little bit more detail, we can start whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's jump right in.
Okay, cool. So question number one, can you please introduce the Anmol Network ecosystem? What services, infrastructure does Anmol Network ecosystem include?
Of course, I would love to. Anmol is the first multi-chain Web3 toolkit. This is something that our team is very passionate about as we are focused on onboarding and transitioning everyday internet users and online businesses into the Web3 space. So we offer our users a plethora of different Web3 tools. You can create NFTs, mint tokens, manage your digital assets, create DAOs, and we also have an NFT toolkit that streamlines the process of making complex or gamified digital assets for the metaverse, utility, or to be sold as collectibles. As far as our infrastructure, we currently have our own substrate-based blockchain that is on a testnet. And while we are developing that, we will be deploying our dApps and tools on other chains at the protocol level. This is going to enable users to jump right in and be able to access all these features and positively impact the Web3 space.
Super cool. Yeah, it looks like you have a variety of nice tools for the users to get into and start creating something of their own. Moving on to question number two. Can you tell us about your team members? Are they qualified and professional in their fields? And what are the recruiting qualifications for team members for your project?
Well, we have a small team of developers, designers, illustrators, and leadership spanning across multiple time zones. We're a remote team, and I'm pretty sure one of the only continents that we don't have a team member in are the Arctic and the Antarctic. So we're a pretty diverse team. We have a really diverse background between all of our team members. We all have an in-depth understanding of the Web3 industry, and we're subject matter experts with extensive expertise in our respective fields. Our founder, Furkan, has been using computers since he was about 6 years old, before he even used a bicycle, coding since he was 13, and working exclusively in blockchain since 2016. He's worked with a ton of notable projects in the industry, including Edgeware, Darwinia, Plasm, Subscan, and Evolution Land. So really is a great fit for our project, whereas we're striving to be multi-chain and deploy tools and dApps on the protocol level on various chains, to have somebody designing the overall system architecture that has worked with so many projects in the space and so many chains already. As far as requirements for what we would be looking for, we definitely say reach out to us if you're interested in becoming involved with our project in any way, and we'd be more than happy to talk with you. We don't really have a specific qualification or prerequisite. Even our development team, in terms of frameworks or coding languages, we pretty much are fluent and literate in all of it. So we're definitely always open to new skill sets.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a solid team to me. If you would have teams in the Antarctic and Arctic, that would be probably penguins and polar bears coding for you or something like that.
We actually made a joke on an ad. If you're in the Arctic or in the Antarctic, you could probably help us with what to do if our computers are freezing, literally. But it's not, I don't really know if it was the best joke, but we put it out there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Alrighty, question number three. What's the first thing you would like people to think of when Anmol Network is mentioned to them?
We want people to recognize Anmol as like a portal that you can use to participate freely in Web3 technologies in a more simplistic and hands-on way. We want to give the average users more control over what they're capable of doing in the Web3 space, in the same way that WordPress or Wix or Squarespace enabled everyday users to create a website, or Canva enables everyday users users to create design assets, we want to empower users in that same manner using a simple, easy to navigate, intuitive GUI so that users can do what it is that they're trying to do in the Web3 space without a development team.
Right. Because not everybody is a professional designer, or if they want to create their piece of art or whatever that may be, it's kind of hard to get started. You have to learn a lot of new technologies, and this kind of shortens the process. It's basically like a shortcut.
Yeah, we want users to be able to come up with an idea. If they can imagine it, they can utilize Anmol to create it in the Web3 space.
Cool. Moving on. Question number 4. What is the most ambitious goal of your project and ultimate vision that your project is trying to achieve through the cryptocurrency market?
Ultimately, we're trying to change the culture of the web as a whole. We want to make utilizing Web3 technologies as simple and straightforward as using a social media platform. That social media is definitely a cultural element that globally we all share. It's very easy to use and access. And with Web3, we're at such a disproportion between users that are using the internet, users that are using social media, and users that are utilizing cryptocurrency. So we want to alleviate those barriers to entry, both financial and technological, to enable users to just jump on board. They can very easily, no matter what age, no matter what technical skill level, we want to make it accessible for them.
Yeah, and then Web3 feels like for a lot of people, when Web 1 came around, it was like weird, and it was not understandable. It was not very straightforward. People were not perceiving it something serious. So yeah, for now it's like very complex with all these wallets connecting. For someone who is not in the crypto space, and you access the website and you need to learn about the blockchain, so the process can get rather difficult if you're new to the field, for sure.
It's definitely overwhelming for some people, but a great area of opportunity that we noticed is that Web3 is growing much more rapidly than the internet did itself during its initial years. So users are definitely more interested. It's just about streamlining the process so that it's something that's easy to do for everybody.
Awesome, thank you. Question number 5. Could you tell us your favorite feature of Anmol's toolkit?
Well, we have a lot of features in the toolkit. I think to start really explaining what our favorite feature of the toolkit is, it's more so what is our favorite feature of the platform. Users can onboard to Anmol using a cloud wallet. So just by entering their email or phone number, they're able to get our tokens without ever even leaving the platform and use any of the tools in our toolkit. So that's something that, again, streamlines the process. That makes it really easy for people to do who doesn't have an email or a phone number. And when you don't have to worry about purchasing cryptocurrency on one platform, transferring it, going over to another platform, and just being able to use all of the tools and resources at their discretion, that is really, I guess, the favorite part of our platform as a whole. In terms of the favorite feature, my personal favorite feature is the community-based DAO feature. Communities are so powerful in terms of shaping the Web3 space, in terms of shaping the Web 2 space or society in general. So for any user to be able to deploy an instance of a DAO and migrate their existing community, whether it's in the real world or whether it's on Reddit, into the Web3 space is very powerful. In terms of our premier feature on the platform, it is our molds feature. So molds, it allows users to create templates for NFTs that can be reused. So it's basically a custom NFT upload form. If you want to make a generative art NFT collection, if you want to create an NFT for logistics or e-commerce, you can create a template for that, and you'll have a different upload form, a different user experience than what you're normally going to find on platforms. If you're a little bit more technologically advanced, you can create these templates and buy or sell or lease them on the marketplace. So there's a lot of opportunity for monetization, as well as ease of use and new opportunities for NFTs to just go more mainstream if people are able to do more so of what they're looking to do with them beyond just digital collectibles.
My personal favorite is NFT Morphing, where you put like 2 NFTs together and you get something basically unknown. Like it could be whatever, right? So it could just morph 2 things together and then something crazy come up.
Exactly. It's kind of, morphing is definitely the word for it. You can take any of the NFTs that are created on our platform with the molds feature, eventually on other platforms also, but there's more technicalities with that. And you can blend them together to create an entirely, maybe something that you never would even been able to imagine what something like that would look like. You can go ahead and create it.
Very cool. Question number 6. Can you tell us about your current partners, plans for partnership, and what everybody stands to gain from these partnerships? partnerships?
So our partnerships, we're really excited and grateful for the partnerships that we currently have. Our partnership with Darwinia, it enables us to share resources. As we build upon their existing bridges, it will increase both their functionality as well as ours and provide tools and resources to their community and network. They're really focused on Web3 interoperability as well. Our partnership with Polygon is pretty much based upon the same construct, but it's the first EVM compatible chain that we will be deploying our dApps to. And it's going to allow their user base to get more engaged with our Web3 toolkit and add more value to both of our networks. We also have a partnership with Crust Network, and that is to help us manage and maintain our NFT files and data, connecting and storing them within the IPFS database.
Sounds great. Yeah, question number 7. Actually, I realized that I've asked a question that one of the viewers had. So could you tell us more about the NFT morphing feature on Anmol Network? You already answered some of that. Maybe you have something to add.
Definitely. So morphing, as we were saying, is combining two NFTs together to create an entirely new one, combining borrowed properties of the two. So you can have a half cat, half rocket ship, or a half cat, half bee. The NFTs, there's two forms, and it just really, the morphing adds to gamification of the NFTs. So you have classic and you have consumable morphing. With a classic morph, you would end up with your original two NFTs that you started with, you would morph them together, and then you would have 3 NFTs in the end. The original 2 and the one that was comprised of the first 2. With consumable, it's a little bit more risky and gamified because when you morph the original 2 NFTs together, they're burned with the system, and then you're only left with the morphed NFT that you've just created. And you can't get them back, so it is a little bit of a risk, but it just adds a lot more scarcity and gamification to the NFTs.
Nice. Awesome. Question number 8. Can you please explain how the fractionalization process of an NFT is? Is there a specific number of pieces that they will be divided into? Or can an artist decide how many pieces they want to divide it into?
So artists can decide how many pieces they want to divide the NFT into. It can be fractionalized by any percentage up until 8 decimal places of a percent. So if you want to have something that fractionalized, you can do that. It's basically similar to the concept of like a timeshare where multiple people can have the partial ownership of that NFT.
Okay, very nice. Question number 9. What is Anmol, I'm referring to a token, and what it is used for?
So Anmol is our token, and it is used for both utility and governance. So all the transactions that occur on our platform, as well as the use of our tools on other chains, will require Anmol.
Okay, question number 10. What makes the Anmol token different from other projects? Can you tell us some of the functions and purposes of the Anmol token? Yeah, basically whatever you feel is necessary here, you can add just as we discussed.
So as I was saying, it's both a utility coin as well as a governance coin. In terms of utility, it's used for all of our transactions. So minting a new token, minting NFTs, creating molds, morphing NFTs, launching DAOs, and much more. As we grow and expand our toolkit, the Anmol token will continue to have that utility to engage in those transactions. In terms of governance, it's actually really cool. Anmol is used to make crucial votes via our DAO regarding what tools are developed. So it's really interactive, and we really strive on feedback. So using those votes can actually shape the progression, the product, and it will also enable users to vote on spending approvals for teams working to build on Anmol, or also individuals or other projects building their own dApps on Anmol. And in terms of like why the token's different, that is pretty much explains it. But in terms of why the project's different, we're different than other projects because we're really focused on easing the technical and financial barriers to entry to the blockchain space. Whether someone is a new user, an experienced designer, or someone with a lot of experience in the space, we have tools and resources available to maximize the impact of their time that they spend in the Web3 space.
Got it. I asked you this prior to the call, what Anmol means, and probably if you could please explain it to our viewers, because I realized that I asked it too early. For me, I thought that you wanted to abbreviate it and sound like animal, but obviously it turned turned out to be completely different. So if you could please explain to the viewers, that would be great.
Yeah, so Anmol is a word, it's an Urdu word, it means invaluable. And the meaning behind that through the project, it really stems from just the notion that knowledge is something that's invaluable and empowerment is something that's invaluable. Things like your family and friends, those are things that are invaluable. So we wanted to encompass those meanings and into the project, and that aligning with our vision, mission, and purpose to really build the Web3 space and be a part of the evolution of technology. That's something that's invaluable.
Very cool. Okay, moving forward. Question number 11. What does redistributing online power mean to Anmol Network?
So to us, it means that all of the technological capabilities powered by the online space, they should be made equally accessible to everyone, regardless of skill level and in a lot of cases, financial capability. In Web3, there's a really disproportionate balance of power with technical and financial barriers to entry, and both how you can have a meaningful experience in the Web3 space and how you can also participate in it. If most users, they want to participate in the metaverse right now, it's more expensive to do something in the metaverse than it is in real life. Like having a house or an apartment or doing an activity in the metaverse is more costly. So it's disproportionate and inaccessible. Something like creating a DAO for a community, minting a token, those things are only certain people are able to do that at this point in time. And we strive to change that. We want to make those features available to everyone and balance that power.
Yes, especially with that being the initial goal of blockchain and cryptocurrency space to begin with. Okay, great. Question number 12. Can you please explain what Anmol Network's molds are and how we can use them? Well, you covered quite a bit of that. Maybe you have something to add.
Yeah, so molds are our proprietary feature that we have. So this is our contribution to the blockchain space, and one of many contributions to the blockchain space, but our first really proprietary feature that we're getting out there that brings something new and different and innovative to the space than anything that's already out there. So they're NFT templates, similar to how you have a template on Canva or how you have a template on WordPress that can be modified and edited to suit the needs of the user. This allows other users to create those templates either for themselves. With molds, you can create a generative NFT art collection. So you can upload a set of assets into the toolkit and create thousands or hundreds of thousands of NFTs within minutes without needing any coding skills at all. So it's really perfect for artists or people that are fluent in design who want to jump into the NFT space, but you can do anything with molds. You can create molds to make templates for logistics, for ticket sales, where you have royalty percentages allocated to every member of the band. It's really anything that you can think of beyond just every user goes to the platform. There's one NFT upload form and everyone has the same experience with that. There's limitations and constraints of what kind of NFT you can make. This allows you to really make any type of NFT that you would like to, or templates to make those NFTs and distribute those templates so other users are more empowered as well.
Perfect. Okay, question number 13. Can the owner of the mold allow other users to coin NFTs using their molds? And what is the reward scheme you have adapted for this model developed by Anmol?
Well, yeah, other users can absolutely monetize their molds. So mold owners can lease or sell their molds to other people, allowing them to mint NFTs from them. It's a great way to be rewarded via passive income. If you have a NFT collection and you mint a couple hundred of it and you have that mold capable to mint 400 more, people can see your NFT collection and what you've already made, and then they can mint a completely randomized NFT from that mold. They don't know what they're going to get through the rest of until the parameters that you set on the mold runs out. You're in control of what you want to do. If you only want to allow users to mint one more NFT or a million more, it depends on really what type of mold that you've created, but you're in control.
Fantastic. Okay, question number 14. On reviewing, I read that Anmol Network is running a blockchain literacy campaign where they promote the teaching of blockchain technology. What is this blockchain literacy campaign?
So right now, our blockchain literacy campaign is run in conjunction with our partner Darwinia, and the aim of our campaign is to educate people on how blockchains work, as well as teach them why exactly blockchain technology is so revolutionary and significant. We are providing easy-to-use tools to get started into the space, but we want to really get people excited. We want people from all ages and people from across the world to be as engaged in the blockchain space as they are in the current Web2 space. So it's really just about finding those kind of outlets where people are and going to them in a grassroots style to engage with them and get them excited about blockchain.
Cool. Question number 15. So many projects just like to speak about the long-term vision and missions, but what are your short-term objectives? What are you focusing on right now?
So right now, our short-term objectives is to release our molds tool and other tools on multiple chains, as I was saying, so that while we are building our own native chain, while we are procuring slots in the parachain, users are able to utilize our tools and features and become familiar with them and accustomed to them. This is what we're spending most of our time on, is making these dApps available on the protocol level on other chains. It's really common to, if you think about like an app for a phone, it's available on Apple and it's available on Google Play. You don't make an entirely new operating system to launch your app. In the blockchain space, dApps are primarily available on individual blockchains, and then we're utilizing parachains to bridge everything and connect everything together. We're doing something a little bit different, where we're deploying the dApps on individual solo chains while we're going through the process of building our own chain. So it's something that we're focused on, and it really requires us to be able to multitask so that we're ensuring that all the projects that we're running in tandem in terms of our development tasks are being completed. So we're definitely on track with that. As I mentioned, our blockchain itself is on a testnet. We're nearing the release of some of our tools and features on other chains.
Okay, so question number 16. Anmol Network launches its own NFT marketplace called Anmol Bazaar. From then on, it constantly adds new features. What types of NFT assets will be able to trade on Anmol Bazaar? And when do you estimate it is available? Who can access Anmol Bazaar? Lots of loaded questions here.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there. I'm more than happy to answer them all. So anything that we've talked about so far, the NFT molds, NFTs that are created from NFTs being morphed together, standard NFTs, fractionalized NFTs, anything that you're creating on our platform with our tools is able to be bought or sold or leased, which is an important concept within the Anmol Bazaar. In terms of a concrete deadline, it's going to depend on our development on our native chain. That's something that's going to be launched on our native chain. We're hoping for it to be available as soon as possible, but when it is, it will be open and available to everybody.
Very cool. Question number 17. While you build your project, do you take into account community feedback and demands and try to implement them?
Definitely. This is something that's extremely important to us. Users can reach out on Discord, on Telegram, or a separate feedback form through the app. We're really committed to creating the most user-friendly experience out there. So a lot of times that's not just what we think, as we're pretty skilled and literate in the blockchain space. It's about what users think. It's about what not just users that know nothing about blockchain, or not just what experienced developers want to see. It's really what does everybody want to see, and how can we make this possible to accommodate the needs of everyone, still maintaining our brand aesthetic and design aesthetic. And we want to make sure that we're doing it in the most user-friendly and intuitive way. Once we have the Anmol DAO, that's really going to be focused on community feedback and allowing people to vote on the improvements that are suggested. So that will accelerate the process even and make it more better experience.
Makes sense. All right. Question number 18. Who are the groups of people who are eligible to apply for Anmol's ambassador program?
So we have a very wide range of ambassador options. So if you're an artist, a writer, a developer, a community leader, an influencer, a thought leader, if you're somebody that is just a well-known person or very passionate person within a specific region, those are our kind of main groups that we're looking for. And applications are open now, either on our Twitter, Medium, or in our Telegram. There's more information about that on all of our our social channels, actually. So anyone that's interested in that, we encourage you to apply.
Yeah, guys, make sure you go ahead and check that out to stay up to date and apply if you're interested in the ambassador program. Okay, great. Question number 19. What message do you want to send to the community?
So in terms of the community, we really want to make it clear that we welcome your feedback. We want to know, what do you want to see in the space? What are you trying to accomplish? And what type of limitations are you facing? What kind of tools and resources would you like to see made available? We really encourage every viewer to personally connect with us and become involved in our project, whether it's providing feedback, whether it's joining our ambassador program, whether it's you want to be involved in our blockchain literacy campaign. We really want to hear from you.
Alrighty, and we're down to the last question. Where can I buy your token?
So our token is currently unavailable to buy. When it does launch, which will be pretty soon, it's going to be available via both centralized exchanges and, as I mentioned earlier, through our website, through our own platform as well.
Thank you very much for answering all the questions from the community. Now it's basically your turn to address the 6 questions back to them so the community could earn additional rewards.
To conclude, we do have some questions to address the community. All of the answers are available on our website. So the first one is, who are Anmol's partners? What can be transferred on Anmol's blockchain? What framework is Anmol's blockchain built with? What are molds? What consensus algorithm does Anmol's blockchain use? And what is the name of Anmol's coin?
Cool. Phaedra, thank you so much for asking your 6 questions to the community. Guys, if you would like to earn additional rewards, just comment down below. And if you saw one of your questions among the top 20 that I asked Phaedra, that means you are the lucky winner as well. And you can claim your rewards by following the instructions down in the description box. That's it for today. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And Phaedra, thank you so much for coming today and, just explaining everything about the project, going in depth. It's very exciting. I wish you all the success, and I hope that we will talk again in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a good time.
Awesome. Take care.
Bye.